Alright. How's it going, YouTube? I'm back. I don't know if I can do this anymore, man. No. I hate when people promise you something and then they don't come through with their word. And then you just feel disappointed and alone. And I'm sick of everything, man. I don't care anymore. I really don't. I'm starting to see the world for what it is. I think I've gone through an awakening lately, and I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get how crappy things really are, and how this world sucks, and I don't really feel like I belong here. I don't want to be here, and to an extent, I don't fit in, and it's just, I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really care, This is not where I belong, man. This is not my home, and everything, okay? This planet we call Earth, this is not my fucking home. It's not, and everything. My home is, in another dimension. My home is with God. I'm so sick of this world. I don't fit in. I don't think I really belong in this world, really, when you think about it. Because, I feel and understand things and look at stuff differently than other people. And I have a different idea of how things are. And I just, it's very hard for you to understand that. And some people would call me overly sensitive. I get too emotional. I have problems. I feel things more than other people. I get things more than other people, and some people can just shrug things off, some people can just shrug a lot of things off, but I can't. They can just act like, they can just go on and act like it didn't even matter. They don't care, That's the world for you, and everything. But, it's just different. It's just different with me. It's different with me. I've been going through some serious hell, and I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it fits. It doesn't fit, and I don't know. I just don't know. I'm sick of everything. I'm sick of everything, man. I'm sick of this world. I honestly believe that we're this close to the world collapsing, we're this close to something happening soon, and we're this close to possibly war, or maybe something happening. I hope so. There was a lot of things that happened recently. There was like a state of emergency declared in California, and there was some other stuff, and I'm just, when you take a step back from the way things are, you realize how people suck, how much the world sucks, and you realize how much it doesn't really matter if you live or you die, really, when you look at it, right? And I've been coming to that conclusion, I about almost killed myself last night. I picked up a knife and I considered slitting my wrists. I really did, personally, and everything. It just but I can't bring myself to suicide because I realized that there's more important things. There really is. And I'm sorry, I lost it last night. I got very emotional. I'm just tired of things, man. I'm tired of the way shit is, and I just don't know how much more I can take of this shit, of the world, people promising you things, and then people, relationships, stuff like that just doesn't work for me, and I'm a very guarded person, I don't know, and I just don't like it. I'm sick of it, I literally asked God to take me out of this world after, back 2 days ago, back on December 25th. I don't want to have to deal with another year, another crappy year, and everything personally, and everything. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick and tired of everything. Does it really matter? No, it really doesn't when you look at it. I've had enough time to step back and think, and I realize, what's really the point? That's what I'm trying to say. What's really the point? What am I really living for? Really is the point, right? What am I really living for? What is the purpose of my life? Why am I still here, in a sense? And, like I said, without you guys, it would be a lot harder. But when you look at it, I feel like there is not a point. Anyway, I don't know, but I came across a channel yesterday. I wanted to show it to you guys. This person's so relatable to me, it's not even funny. It is. There's this channel called Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy, and he does Grandma's Boy and he does Angry Grandma, and Angry Grandma is great, and then I guess we'll go over some of the DSP stuff and everything. Then the news, and I don't know. I was supposed to play with my buddy Trav this week, but, well, he's always been busy, I just hate when people tell you something and then it just, they don't come through, and then you just don't care, and it sucks. I don't fit in with this world. I see things that people don't see. I have perceptions people don't tend to pick up on, and I understand things people don't really get, and I have an ability, a keen sense of awareness to things, and in this world, I pick up on things the world doesn't. People are just not aware of, I guess that's what happens when you're awake, and, we live in the woke era, so, it makes a lot of sense, but, I guess it also happens when you're when you're awake to things in this world, you know, and everything. I don't mean like awake like you're not sleeping. I mean like wake like you're woke to the idea of we're heading toward a direction in this world where everything is being changed, you know, and I don't really know how to put it, like, in a sense, but kind of heading toward a new world order. I was watching YouTube last night, and I really couldn't sleep, so I was watching YouTube, and I was eating macaroni and cheese and steak last night from Longhorns, and I was watching a documentary about, you know, because lately I've been questioning a lot of things. I've been like dealing with reality. You know, is reality a simulation, right? Are we living in a simulation? Are we living in alternate realities? Because seriously, it's like, that's what I wonder, you know, and everything, right? Possibly, you know, or, you know, who really controls the world, you know? Like, I was watching a documentary on the New World Order, and, you know, certain things have happened with the you know, and everything. So it's like, you know, like 1987, the dude. In 1987, a dude came into the building and presented this dude with the plans for the Twin Towers. I mean, it was really interesting, but I was just, you know, it's just, I wonder. It makes me think, you know, like what kind of, you know, is reality pre-planned, or is it possibly, you know, is it a sequence of events, you know, and everything? And like, are they already planned ahead of time, or? That's what I wonder. Because if you really look at it, life really is a sequence of events, and it's just, I don't know. I really don't know, man, anymore. I'm sick of it, I tell you, man. I'm sick of this world. I'm sick of being alone. I'm sick of having no one around. I'm sick of just the same thing. I'm sick of just... Well, anyway, let me show you guys this. So I came across this yesterday. This is a dude named Jake. Jake, anyway, his name is Jake, and he does grandma prank video. He does pranks on his grandma, and it's hilarious. This is funny. This woman is such a relatable person. She just does not care, bro. Just, it is great to just like watch these videos, but I wanted to find this for you guys. Why do I have a black screen on my page? I don't know. Oh, this one was hilarious.
Lexi.
Right here. This was a YouTube short. She said, Lexi, set me a time for bingo. And hold on. See her in a minute. Yeah. I can't fix the window unless this black screen goes away. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, they film everything they do in Knoxville. It's in Knoxville. They live in Knoxville, Tennessee, so it's really funny. It's a very like Southern thing perspective, but it's funny. It's funny. This is one of my favorite ones right here. So.
Lexi, set me an alarm for 5 o'clock, cause I gotta go to bingo tonight.
The giant horse conch weighs over 11 pounds.
That one was my favorite. She's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Motherfucker. Lexi, set me an alarm for 5 o'clock, cause I gotta go to bingo tonight.
What's even more funny is it says 4:46. 4:47, I mean. And
Horse conch weighs over 11 pounds.
it's about to be 5 o'clock. Yeah, he messed with her Alexa, and it was really funny.
What the fuck? Motherfucker. Lexi, set me an alarm for 5 o'clock, cause I gotta go to bingo tonight.
I can't this black screen thing's in the way. I don't know how to get rid of it. I can't go back. What the? Okay. Anyway, let's go. Then. Let's see. Let's load up. Oh yeah, the one where they go to the Powerball.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It is currently 8 o'clock right now, and the Powerball is going to be going on tonight.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. We gotta get up to the gas station to get our tickets.
Woo-hoo, Granny, just give it time.
Well, we ain't got that much time.
Granny, the gas station by the house closes at 10. That means we got like 5 hours.
5 hours, hell. Mother.
What's on your bed?
Where? Ain't it for 10 million tonight?
The Powerball?
Yeah.
Hell no, it ain't for 10 million. It's for 1.8 billion.
No shit.
You didn't know that?
No. Hot damn, we gotta get up to the gas station. Motherfucker.
What's that smell?
I just shit in my damn pants. I can't believe it for $1.8 billion. Motherfucker, let's go!
All right. Wait a minute, Grin. What numbers are we going to go with?
They can pick mine. I don't know the what numbers, but I'm getting me some good tickets.
We gotta pick the winning numbers, Graham.
We'll let them pick them for us.
I ain't letting them pick for me.
You never know.
I'll pick the numbers for us both.
Well, you pick the fucking numbers. Let's go.
What are you doing, Graham?
I'm getting my fucking shoes on. I'm leaving.
I thought we were leaving for another 2 hours.
2 hours, Mike.
I thought your Western was coming on you wanted to watch.
That Western, I'm going to go get me some tickets. Stupid fucker. If I get this fucking shoe on,
Here, I'll tie him.
leave me alone. Motherfucker. And grab my damn pocketbook. He's go up there and get no tickets free. They ain't gonna give them to me free. Get it out of my face. Let's go. Son of a motherfucker, $1.8 billion. Motherfucker, I'm gonna up there and get me a fucking ticket, and I'm gonna come home a millionaire.
No,
Oh no, a billionaire. Damn, Jake, hurry up. Let's go. Your damn car's locked. Let's go.
Hey, look, a helicopter.
Fuck that, ain't no fucking helicopter. That's an airplane, stupid. I unlock the fucking door and let's go.
Randy, all good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, it sure does. That's where we fucking lose out. Unlock the fucking door.
I gotta go get my car keys.
Go get the motherfucker.
All right, Granny, I'm going inside. What numbers should I go with?
I don't give a hurry. Get what numbers you go with. Get your fucking ice in there and get some. Go for 60, 80, 70. Go for your grandpa's favorite, 69. Get your ice in there and get them.
Oh, what do you mean 69?
That was his favorite fucking number. So, go!
What were the numbers again?
80, 90, fucking, I don't know. Get your fucking ice in there. But don't forget 69. 69. That's the numbers you got me?
Yeah,
Now, you better have, cause that's going to be a winner.
I got them, Granny.
All right. But we better be getting home, cause I don't know what time they have him coming on.
Well, Granny, my thing is we could be billionaires.
And not even know it.
Yeah, it could already be going on.
Yeah.
So we'll get home, we'll watch it, and then, hell, Granny, we could be driving a Lamborghini by tomorrow.
That's right. Ah, damn, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna get me one of those cyber trucks that Elliot Duck makes. If I could get in it and tell it where to take me, and it'll take me any fucking place I want to go.
One of them self-driving ones?
You fucking ain't well bet.
But yeah, you should go check out that channel. It's funny, man. But I was busy doing other stuff, you know. I was busy doing other stuff. Fucking hell. I was busy the last couple of days with Christmas stuff and other things that I didn't have a chance to check out. DSP's video where he talked about his setup recently.
Boss, herb and garlic flavor. What's up, everybody? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another video of our favorite pole-stalking warrior, DSP Gaming, aka Phil, aka Philip Burnell, the guy who burst on May 1st. So I've not been able to keep up with the robust torrent of content that DSP churns out daily, or the amount of flipping that gets done of this man day in, day out. So I'm a little out of the loop right now. But apparently on Christmas Day, DSP said he was spending
He had
time
something.
with his wife, and
He did
uploaded
something
video.
with
That
his
was the first
setup.
video. And this is the type of stuff he actually should be uploading, not raw gameplay, to his video segments, because they actually get viewership. Look, 4.6 thousand views. That's more than 10 gameplay stuff put together. The evidence is there, clear as day, and yet DSP will never take the hint to just start doing stuff like that and do less of the gameplay stuff that nobody wants to see. But he will never stop privating his live streams because he's an idiot and he's conditioned to just mass uploading his gameplay because he's been doing that for 17 years. Now, DSP always makes a big fuss about hanging out with his wife and Casper Kitty, his alleged family, during the holiday seasons. Now the detractor's gonna pounce on him because of a 5-minute video, because you know it takes Phil longer than 5 minutes to film a video and put it on YouTube. You know, if Phil were smart, he would have just filmed it beforehand, uploaded it, and then set it to release.
He could have just done it off camera, yeah, and then.
Because I haven't seen the clip yet, so let's see what Dark Side Phil has in store for us.
What is going on, everyone? DSP here, and Merry Christmas. I hope that you and yours are having a great holiday. I am as well.
You and yours? Phil, not everybody is married.
Yeah, not everybody has people around them on Christmas, yeah.
Jasper Kitty. Is he just pretending that all his 5 fans are actually married? Or is this just a cozy special for the 30 Asmongold tourists still watching out of the, 15,000 people that came to check him out after the Asmongold interview?
In fact, I've had a lot of fun holiday festivities already. Last night, watched a bunch of movies with my wife. This morning, had an amazing breakfast. I'm going to be back on Saturday morning to tell you all about this on the Level 1 podcast.
Wow, what a vlogger channel we were at.
You might be saying, what the heck is this video? This is kind of weird.
Well, it may be weird and also dumb, but it's still better than the entire slot you upload daily.
Well, yeah, it is weird because I wasn't planning on doing this today, but I just so happened to find myself with a little bit of extra time to mess around as my wife is getting ready for the rest of today.
That is such an odd way to put it. Is Kat powdering her nose right now? Is she cooking you a Christmas hen? Is she destroying a toilet right now? What's going on, Phil? So I guess he did make this on Christmas. Geez, you know the funny part about this? This reminds me of when DSP got into a closed beta, but it happened to be right around his wife's birthday. So he was like, nah, I ain't doing it.
He wasn't happy that he...
to make money for my wife.
And I said, let's just get some stuff, whatever you want. You see, some clothes you want some makeup you want, or whatever. I'll just get it all today. I'll get it for you today. Let's just do it that today. That way you have a lot of stuff that you can use over the course of the month. She actually needed like leggings. She needed a few things. Like, let's just get it all today. So that's what we did. We just went out and we bought a whole bunch of stuff. That was our Christmas presents, right? And, now are we going to technically give each other gifts physically on Christmas Day? No. What we're going to do is we're just going to relax. We're going to make food. We're going to spend time together. We're going to watch Christmas specials, maybe have some wine. But it's not about, oh, here's the gift that I've been holding off on and I didn't give you. It just changes when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't become, oh, it's about that particular day. And I get the feeling that's actually what happens. Basically, if you don't have kids, right? Or even if you had kids, your kids get older, they move out, then you kind of go back to that formula where it's not about.
Well, Maisie didn't get her anything for Christmas. Basically, he spent most of that money from the interview on his setup and on his stuff for YouTube.
Giving the gift on Christmas, it's not about.
For streaming.
We end up getting each other something one way or another. She gets me some stuff, I get her some stuff, Like, for example, I remember a couple of years ago, she badly needed a pair of boots for the wet weather, because out here we don't have snow, we have a lot of rain. She wanted a pair of boots for the wet weather, and we were just out, and I said, let's go to this store, this nice clothing store. They got a pair of boots, and I'll get it for you now, and that's technically what your Christmas present, you know? I remember that. It was a couple of years ago. I remember that. But that's how we do it. It's not some horrible thing where we wrap the presents and we unbox them on Christmas anymore or anything like that.
Yeah, you know, it's tough, guys. It's tough wrapping presents.
So it kind of sounds like that she's kind of still with him because he has money and he can buy her things she wants.
Phil's not hanging out with anybody else but Kat, so he's not going to put the...
If she's still there,
you know,
yeah.
This is funny
She's
because
probably
the
not
guy
there.
makes a big deal about his streaming setup being all Christmas themes and holidays and things like that, and yet when it comes to actual holiday celebrations, he's like, yeah, I don't want to put in the work. I'm too Christmased out.
Is there a reason why I smack my lips when I drink water? Yes, to annoy you specifically. That's why I do it.
Can you actually DoorDash stuff on Christmas? I don't know. I'm not going to try to DoorDash anything on Christmas. We're going to for ourselves. Today we are going to order something for dinner. So Christmas, we're going to do ourselves.
And as that's happening, I said, I'm going to try some of my new equipment. So, as you can see, this is a little bit of a different perspective, isn't it? And
Yeah, even though this video is unnecessary garbage, every video DSP posts is unnecessary garbage. But this one's shorter, so it got a ton more views because people could actually say, hey, I'll commit 5 minutes to sit through this. While nobody is going to commit an hour to sit through his gameplay. And then you have to watch the parts in order? Ain't nobody got time for that.
sounds a little different too, doesn't it? This is actually a tech test as much as it is a piece of content for you to watch and enjoy.
Yeah, Phil,
Why would he
maybe
make a
don't
tech?
follow
Yeah,
other
why would he
videos
put out a
and
tech test
because,
video?
You know, that's when people tune out. You're basically just saying, hey,
On,
there's nothing valuable in this video for you
on
to
Christmas,
see. I'm just
especially
posting
when it
this
comes
out
to
there
the
hoping
fact
it gets
that
views. But to be fair,
He's
that's what you
already
do with every
shown
single
people
video.
his setup.
What I'd like to do
Seems to me
briefly
like he's doing it to
is
just
actually
get,
show you a first-person perspective walkthrough of what
Get
it looks
Sip
like
there,
when
attention
I am
his
here
audience.
streaming every single day. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's go. A little bit of a holiday surprise here on DSP Gaming. This is literally what I'm doing. What you see is what I see.
Wow, I literally could not tell that, Phil.
I guess the dummy wants
He doesn't
to
use
have a
OBS?
private conversation. A dumb one.
When I am live streaming here on my channel every day. So this is my new command center.
It is a robust command center with set.
Why doesn't he use OBS? Why does he use YouTube Live? Why does he use YouTube Chat or YouTube Studio Chat?
Sauce.
Ultra wide screen monitor, as you can see. That's my microphone that's in my face as I record.
The more I listen to DSP, the more I'm convinced that this content is made by stupid people for dumb people. And it's stuff you see from people who are just starting out, but it's like, Phil, you've been on YouTube for what, 17 years at this point? You still are an amateur on level 1.
And I don't have everything open, obviously. I don't have all the chats and everything. But this is the monitor by which I am monitoring everything. We've got...
Yeah, you see, he wanted to show all this to his dear pal, good buddy, Wings of Redemption, but Wings bailed at him in the last minute, so he's like, oh, I'll just show my fans this, because I want to brag about how I was able to manipulate people into giving me all this junk. Or, more exactly, the money so I could purchase all this junk, and pretend that it was about improving their streaming quality while it was really giving me more comfort. Which he could do that, but he e-begged for it. That'd be like me e-begging to get a new chair because I'm like, guys, I can't edit the videos unless I'm sitting on something comfy. So you gotta pay me to do for it.
Yep.
It's like, Phil, you save the money you get from being entertaining, but since you never do that, because you never entertain, you just beg. It's just an endless pile of pity.
YouTube chat on the right, Kick chat right here, contributions here. I actually have a thing open that monitors emails for PayPal contributions coming in, and then I monitor the actual stream, like right here through OBS, and then now here is the stream stats for YouTube.
Okay.
So this is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you see right there, Phil, after
Screen
that,
chat.
so that's where you go in on the editing software and clip out the dead air between it.
Why do you have
criminal if you don't sing the
email?
banana song in your Donkey Kong premiere. Really, it would be criminal if I didn't sing the banana song.
Why
Sure.
do you have emails open for PayPal?
Is that really the first thing you think? I'm going to play the brand new Donkey Kong game, right? It's basically the one big game for Switch 2. Huge premiere. The game looks outstanding. First things in your mind, hey, will Phil sing the banana song? That's really the first thing that comes to mind, huh? Well, thanks for $50, and we'll have to see. Perhaps I'll have some special stuff in store for Donkey Kong. We'll just have to find out when the game comes out this Thursday. Okay.
Every single day when I'm streaming, okay? Here's my keyboard. And I tell you about, oh, it has RGBs and everything. Take a look. That's exactly what it looks like kind of every single day. When I'm streaming, I have a different theme to what I'm actually doing on that particular day.
I don't get what the fascination with the RGB lights is. Is this like Jingle Key, shiny objects, just see what works?
To my left is my Steam Deck, which I use to, my Stream Deck, which is what I use to control things like recording and scenes and things like that.
That's another place where you go in the editing software and make a cut.
Do you think there's hope for me, Doctor?
Hope?
You can do that in OBS Studio, yeah.
There won't be any hope for any of you.
While I am streaming, this is my new Roland Bridgecast, which I'm now using to monitor all of the audio on all of my streams. Pretty darn cool. As you can see to my right, this is my actual gaming setup now. My MSI OLED monitor, webcam there for face cam right in front of me, the microphone that I use to capture audio when I am talking voice communications in games, another keyboard and mouse. This is actually the Asus ROG Azov and the Razer Viper V3 Pro. I used these yesterday playing Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and I had an all-day positive kill-death ratio.
Wow, who cares? The thing with Phil, he thinks playing well in a video game makes the stream entertaining. Not necessarily. And in your case, I hate to break it to you, Phil, it does not. Like, you faked the tip to get to 150, the goal that is not even there anymore. And then you're like, oh, I'm done with COD. Huge distractor W right there, friend.
There must be actual size.
Which I have never had before since I played the game this year. So obviously something helped with this setup.
Or you could have just had a lucky night. Who knows? You always take one as a huge sample size, Phil. Have you ever taken a statistics course?
And then as you can see over here, this is my Audio-Technica headphones, which are hooked actually into the Bridgecast, giving me surround sound.
Yeah, wow, he's got a much more sophisticated setup than I got here. I just got a mic, an audio interface, a mouse, and a keyboard.
And
Let's see here. So I got 500 hits from Bakken, who said you are smacking your lip at every sentence or using flavored lip balm. But no, I'm not smacking my lip, and I'm not using lip balm. I don't know where you guys are coming up with it. I listened to my own videos back, like daily rap and stuff. That's not happening.
He
There must
could
be some
edit
new
that
strategy.
out,
I
yeah.
don't care. So thanks for 500 hits.
Alright, I got another $2 tip here. Does smacking your lips every other sentence make you feel elegant? No, and I don't smack my lips every other sentence. That's a very, very farcical observation. In fact, my lips are dry right now, meaning there's no way that I smack my lips today at all. Not once. So I have no idea what you're talking about. You're just making something up to try to meme or something. So thanks for the tip. That was really stupid. Darkside Randall, and the point of the matter is there's no reason to dwell on it. I'm here having fun with my viewing audience. I don't really care about anything outside of that period. Okay? Razy Mamo cheered again and said, this is not an authentic VSB tries because it doesn't have the shaky camera close-up of the food falling apart in my hands, and I need to smack my lips more. It's very different when I'm not using the camcorder, right? When I'm actually doing it on a camera setup, it's a little different. Is there a reason why I smack my lips when I drink water? Yes, to annoy you specifically. That's why I do it.
this is the Razer Wolverine 8K Pro, which I believe is the really high-end game controller that I've been using playing everything recently, and I absolutely love it. So this is my perspective when I'm streaming. I am surrounded
8K
by technology,
Wow.
which is
Can
pretty
he
darn
even
cool.
run
Behind
8K
me, of
on
course,
this
we have the
computer?
set.
Wow.
You know, we got the Divoom
Wow.
Pixu 64 screen.
Wow.
We got some holiday, settings.
Wow.
The actual noise canceling foam behind me.
Wow.
The back wall down here, just to give you a little perspective. Avert your eyes, but I just want to show you what it looks like.
Be careful with... Okay, I've had enough.
So that's one of the strips, the LED strips that I have down on the floor, and then these two lamps on the sides, and that gives me all the LED, RGB coloring.
Wow, Phil is really putting in his full effort into this video. Too bad nobody cares.
for the office that you see every day on stream. Pretty darn cool. Pretty much the rest of the office isn't used anymore. Like back there's my gaming PC, that's used. Over there is the PS5 speakers that go into that. Outside of that, like I have a whole other desk in the back over there that I don't use. It just sits there.
Yeah, Phil spends like 10 hours a day in this dank dark cave. Cool.
And I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with the TV, what to do with all that. That's like long-term stuff. I'm just happy that now, short-term, my stuff is working, you know? So anyway,
Is there a reason why I smack my lips when I drink water? Yes, to annoy you specifically. That's why I do it.
this is literally it. This is what I look at every day when I'm streaming. It's awesome. I have more room now here on the floor, you know, with a little hedgehog that blocks the door. That's a little door stopper for when the wind is strong.
Phil, you can't even fully open the door there. Why are you hiding in that corner? Go move your desk somewhere else. There's more space in the other parts of the room. If that couch was in that area, it must have been really small.
But yeah, like this is my setup now. I'm curious what you think. I'm curious not only what you think of the setup, but what did you think about what we just did? It was a test.
Holy plunger nipples, Batman. That was a terrible jump cut. And for some reason, there was still audio in there.
Of, you know, some new equipment. And I'm very curious what you thought about that.
And that tells you that wasn't necessarily a jump cut. It may have been stop and then start recording to another video. Because if he was really editing it, that would have been cut out.
I already have some ideas of things that I can implement with this in the future.
Fishing for stinky clams in a smelly old boat on a filthy lagoon? You call this fun?
Once I get used to using it. The thing is you know, it's different. It's way different doing stuff like this than just standing in front of the webcam and filming. So I'm curious, you know, how this looked. I love feedback. And I'm going to listen to it myself now and see how it was. But thank you all for watching. Happy holidays, everyone. Hope you're having a great Christmas. I'll be back in a couple days to get you all caught up on the Level 1 podcast. See you Saturday, everyone. Peace out.
Yup, Phil is going to tell us that he did absolutely nothing in importance.
I don't get it. I just really don't understand the business model. What is the end game of bringing people over if you're not going to make the streaming more attractive? I just don't understand it at all. You'll be like, here's our opportunity, bring other people over, and then at the same time improve the streaming. Simply people say, hey, look, the grass is green over here too. Forget Twitch, come over here. They're not doing that. They're just saying, come over here because there's someone streaming here, but by the way, your experience is far inferior.
You know what is the most hilarious part about this stupid video is that Duty Streams ripped the entirety of it, just put an 8-second intro in front of it, and stole his content verbatim. And you know what Phil's gonna do about that? Absolutely nothing. He's not gonna strike Duty down. I mean, I know...
Unexpected. See, God dropped this word in my heart today. And if it's for you, you'll know. Unexpected. Just think about that word for a second. As I began digging into this, I was like, what does this even mean? Why is God dropping this on my heart today? You see, a true surprise happens when you least expect it. Now, in a spiritual sense, just imagine walking outside and finding a gift sitting at your doorstep. No return address, just your name on this box. At first, I know for me, I'd be skeptical. Like, what's inside? Who sent it? Should I even open it? Should I take it to someone else? But your name is on it. Now, I feel this in the spirit right now. God is saying, open it. Open it. Because what I do, says the Lord, happens unexpectedly.
To anyone feeling too broken right now, too guilty, maybe you're feeling like this immense just heaviness of guilt and shame in your heart, like you've messed up way too bad this time. Like this time, this was a bad one, bro. Like I can't even serve God after this, let alone even call myself a Christian. If that's you right now and you feel like your sin absolutely just disqualifies you, hey, I'm about to flip your world upside down right now, my G. Especially what I have to say near the end of this video. So lock in with me. Don't be scrolling to the comments right now. Don't be checking your IG or texting your girl, texting your boyfriend, getting your next dopamine hit. No. I believe God wants you to just lock in right now, just for a few minutes. So hey, check it. Look it. I see a lot of Christians these days just so down and out, so always weeping over their sin and where they fell short, where they messed up. And my kind of response to this is, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing, my G? And I rarely get like this, so I apologize. Today's video ain't gonna be all warm and fuzzy like my usual, right? But listen, you're not doing God a favor by sitting here feeling all bad because you sinned again, right? Oh God, I'm so sorry, I'm such an idiot. I deserve to be thrown in hell for what I've done. Bro, again, I'll say it again. What are you doing? Sitting here calling yourself too far gone, thinking your sin outweighs the blood of Jesus? Hey, look, I hate to sound so harsh about this, but this is serious. In my humble opinion, this is like a slap in the face to God, like a spit on the foot of the cross type of move when you...
There's a kind of tiredness that sleep doesn't fix. It's not physical exhaustion. It's not burnout from work. It's something deeper, something harder to name. It's the tiredness of existing itself, of waking up and doing it all again, of being conscious, of being here. Some people feel this and don't know how to talk about it, because it's not quite depression, though it might look like it. It's not quite hopelessness, though it feels close. It's more like a profound fatigue with the act of living, the repetition, the effort, the endless maintenance of being a person. And here's what makes this so difficult to understand. These aren't necessarily people who hate their lives. They might have good jobs, loving families, comfortable circumstances. On paper, everything looks fine. But inside, there's this quiet exhaustion that never goes away. This sense that existence itself is just too heavy to carry anymore. So what is this? Where does it come from? And why do some people feel it so intensely while others seem to move through life effortlessly? Let's start with what this feeling actually is. Psychologists call it existential exhaustion or existential fatigue. It's the weariness that comes...
Nothing here 182 says, same here, my wife and I stopped exchanging Christmas gifts years ago, we just treat each other to food. Yeah, for us, it's more about spending time together. It's more important for us to be able to spend time together, to relax, listen to some music, have a drink, watch something, you know what I mean? Be with Jasper for the day. That's more important to us than like, oh, here's a gift, a physical thing. You know, it's not that big of a deal at all. Like a few weeks ago, we were out, and my wife needed some clothes. And I'm like, just get whatever you want. I'll pay for it, it's fine. You know, I'll get whatever you want right now, whatever you need. So she did, she bought some leggings, she bought like a dress, she bought this. Great, there you go, Merry Christmas, you know. It's not like, oh, we buy stuff, we have to wrap it, and you have to unwrap it.
I honestly don't know how long this video is going to be on the internet, so if you're watching it, welcome. Welcome to the video that you've been searching for. Welcome to the video that you won't find anywhere else, or somebody talking about it so openly like I'm going to be talking about it today. Witches, Baphomets, demons, X, P house. What does it all mean, and where is the evidence? Now, I'm focused on evidence. If I say something on this YouTube channel, you bet you can actually fact check it and find it. People go blah, 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 but I'm actually going to show you the stuff today that you want to see about X that you don't know and that's not talked about in the mainstream too much. I'm not going to go on little tangents. I'm not going to explain stuff that doesn't make sense. I'm going to break it down for you so you understand exactly what it is. Honestly, I'm all about good vibes. I'm all about positivity. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to be explaining, you can look into, but I would not recommend for anyone to practice it, Disclaimer on the screen that you should not be practicing this kind of stuff. Stay on the positive side of all the things. Now, where do we start with all of this? Let's start with X. There's a large amount of people that do not know that X used to be in a pee house. What does it mean, pee house? Obviously, I'm not going to say this word on YouTube because we want people to see this video. We want more people to see what is going on here. So I'm just going to refer to the word pee instead of corn. X used to be in a pee house, and we have video footage. I will have video footage playing right now of X in the said pee house. You can see him in the pee house. The basement looked like this, and Ski Mask even explained what went on in that pee house. Here is a clip of Ski Mask explaining that X was also in the pee house with him.
Oh my god. That's fucking... Yo, alright. That's when I was living in Miami. There was, I used to live in, alright, I used to live in a... Right, me and X's manager. He's on, like, Bang Bros. That's my old manager. Old manager. He works for all the big fucking sites. Everything. He's actually famous. Like, for me. He helped me, like, he didn't help me, like, accidentally forced me to meet, like, a lot of famous players and shit. That's a regular day in the hood. Like, I paid him rent to live there. Me and X paid him rent to live there. He would, like, bring there and just, not even on camera or for just fucking stars. Like the fuck up. Don't know why. But yeah.
So, X was in this pee house. What is the big deal with this? Well, the big deal with this pee house is his manager, Bruno Dickums. Now, the big thing with this Bruno guy is that he is in a lot of pee. And allegedly, X also filmed some pee. And if you ever go scrolling for this kind of stuff, which I do...
Huh?
I'm the tips of Christmas cards.
Oh. I am the tips of Christmas present.
I am the tips of...
Look out, there's a black woman coming out!
God blesses everyone.
And then when I basically signed off and adjourned saying, you know, happy holidays to everyone, I went downstairs to spend time with my wife, and the first thing we did is we ordered food, and we had a dilemma. The dilemma is this. Up to this year, basically every single year we would order Chinese food on Christmas Eve. It was kind of a tradition. Why? Well, number one, Asian restaurants are open for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, because they don't celebrate Christmas, typically in Asia. And because we just had this tradition based on the movie A Christmas Story of ordering Chinese food on or around Christmas. So the problem was the Chinese place that we had used previously, which we really, really liked, we had it a few months ago, and it was terrible. We think that it has new ownership now, or maybe the person who was the cook retired, because the food was awful. And we're like, well, we're not going to go there anymore. What do we want to do? So my wife just couldn't decide, and then finally we're like, let's just do something completely random rather than sit here all night. And so we started actually looking through like the order history, and I said, you know, let's do something we've already done. She says, well, what about that place that you tried? And you said you absolutely loved it, but I didn't get it that time. And the place we actually ordered from, of all places, was Shake and Go, which is the local place that does burgers, wraps, sandwiches, shakes, fries, and sides, and stuff like that. But they're a local place. They are not some kind of a giant national chain. I ended up getting a nice big Texas burger with a side of onion rings. My wife got a veggie burger with a side of sweet potato fries, and it was absolutely amazing. Like, the food was great. She was blown away because she's only had a veggie burger a couple times, and she was curious, would it be good? And she loved it. She absolutely loved this veggie burger. So that was our Christmas Eve food, and then that night we sat down and relaxed and watched a few Christmas movies. First we watched Jingle All the Way, which is a great movie because, man, is that a throwback to the 1990s way of life and everything. You watch that movie, you can see, oh, this is how it was in the 90s. And of course, it's very ridiculous, over-the-top humor with Arnold Schwarzenegger and really bad, like, green screen effects. I think there was still a blue screen back then. It's just ludicrous, but it's funny. It's a funny movie to watch to see how ridiculous it is. And then we watched A Christmas Story. Again, my dad's favorite Christmas movie. I love it, watching it every year. We watched it together, and it was a great time, and that was our Christmas Eve. So then, on Christmas Day, we had a lot planned, okay? Multiple meals that we were cooking together, but other things that we wanted to do because I had the day off, essentially, didn't have to work, and so we decided to get started early in the morning, and we started cooking our breakfast, okay? So our breakfast is nothing crazy special. It's just that you have to understand we don't usually cook breakfast. Typically, for me, my breakfast is a mic.
Let's do a quick prayer before we ride. Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, please watch over me today as I enter this ride. Lord, would you please clear my mind, keep my eyes sharp, watch out for all the dangers on the road, Lord. Lord, I just want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to even ride itself. Lord, thank you so much. And Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Okay, so, well, let's see if I can get this bike started first. Average Yamaha problems, don't worry, it's not a Kawasaki. So yeah, today's story is, oh my god. It's a really sensitive topic for some people, but I think it's important that I share my story. So, 9 months ago, actually exactly 9 months ago, I was riding and I crashed, and at that time I didn't believe in God. Very unfaithful person. I was a sinner, like everyone else, but I had no faith in God. I didn't believe there was a higher power. And the moment I crashed, it's a pretty bad one. I broke my leg, but the moment I crashed, I was praying to a God that I didn't believe in. And I just want to thank the Lord that He answered me, because He's always watching over any one of us. And, to be blessed to even have the opportunity to speak to the Lord, He definitely saved me. Because if He wasn't watching over me that day, I probably would have died. I'll be honest. And my bike won't start. Okay. Yep. But sorry. Well, bad bike problems. Anyways, but the Lord was always faithful to me, even when I didn't have faith in Him. And after that, I still didn't really believe in God, I'm be honest. And, I kept living on with life. I was super depressed. Just at home all day doing nothing. No purpose. And then I saw this other biker pass away. His name was Unhinged R1. And usually, when I don't know somebody, they pass away, it doesn't really faze me or anything, but I feel bad. Obviously I feel bad that someone lost their life, but not in a way like I did with this one. Where Charlie, when he lost his life, by the way, I have no idea who he is. I've never met him. I just know him through his Instagram. And after I saw it, I saw a bunch of people posting about him, a bunch of Christians posting about him. and, you know, praying for his family, praying for their well-being, just praying for him in general. You know, I was like, wow. Christians are a really tight community, and they come together, they're really strong. Like, they have a lot of faith in each other, which is extremely rare. Because good friends are rare these days. Not everyone has the opportunity to make good friends. But most people you meet in Christianity, Christian churches, fellowships, they're good people because they want to do good things. And they come together, you know, everyone follows the ways of Jesus, and they end up doing good things. So I saw that, and I called my best friend. I told him I was struggling and I needed guidance, and I asked him if he could take me to church. He said, I could take you to church, but it's probably gonna be a bit more boring than you expect. So he recommended fellowship, and I was like, okay, I'll come. I just don't know anything about the Bible, don't know anything about Christianity at all, but could you take me there? And he's like, yeah, sure, Friday, come along. So Friday, I go, and I expected not to speak at all because it's my first time. I had really no idea what I was doing. I have no idea in faith at all. I don't know anything. And our preacher was Vincent. He taught a good lesson on how the devil makes us believe that we aren't capable enough to become God's children. Matter of fact is that God is with us every single day. He's backing us up, whatever we do. You know, you slip and fall, he's there to catch you. You rise and shine, he's also there to be proud of you, because you're his son, you're his daughter. It's crazy to think about, but he's always there for you. And so, I didn't expect to say anything. And then we always ask questions at fellowship, and I don't remember the questions, to be honest. But Vincent, the preacher's little sister, Jesse, she said she felt really convicted. So she kept asking everyone, she's like, do you have anything to say? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I didn't want to say anything, I'm going to be honest. I just wanted to keep it to myself because I don't know these people. Like, first time meeting, literally 30 minutes into meeting, 40 minutes, I have no idea these guys. But out of nowhere, I found the courage, and I was like, hey, I have something to say. Room was silent. Everyone was like, okay, yeah, go ahead. Like, we'd love to hear your story. And I was like, oh, damn. They just put the spotlight on me. What the heck? So that happened. And then I told a story. I was like, okay, I just want to tell a story of why I came to this fellowship. And I was like, okay, my parents are not really religious, and to me, I thought Christ was the way. And I asked Nate if I can come to church. And I just started crying. It made no sense whatsoever. 0 sense. Like, huh? How is that a reason? What? You know, that was the Holy Spirit working within me. Because not every time you do or say something, it has to make sense. Some things come through actions. Oh my God, it's so blurry. Some things come through actions. And the action of just me opening up and being vulnerable, that was the blessing itself that day. Everyone else opened up that day. A lot of other people were crying, you know, and that was the first time where I wasn't embarrassed to cry in front of a group of people. I felt like I was at home. I felt like Jesus has welcomed me himself, you know, and so I continue to go to fellowship every Friday. I didn't read the Bible at all, and I bought a Bible, and I was like, I'm not going to read it, I'm too bored. So I continued the ways of a person who didn't believe in Christianity. And then I fell asleep. I had this dream that I needed to read a verse. The verse was Jeremiah 12:12, but to me, I didn't remember at the time because it was a dream. It was so vivid. I don't remember what God had told me through my dream. So he told me to read Jeremiah 12:12, which I didn't read. And then later, I read it. It didn't really make sense to me because I got...
It feels like I'm just waiting to die. Some days I'll just sit inside my bedroom and I'll just stare at the ceiling. Nights like tonight, where it's 2 a.m. and I'm just sitting here, wondering what to do with myself. That's a part of the reason why YouTube is actually so good for me. You know, because literally all I need is just a phone, which I've always had, and I guess some kind of lighting, which people told me to get. So I guess that's cool now that I have lighting. But I've had lighting for a while now, but obviously you don't need lighting. I didn't use lighting for a while because in the earlier videos I never used any light at all, but now I have a ring light. You know, that's pretty cool, and you know, it's upgradey-ish, but that's not really the point of this video. It's not about ring lights, it's not about phones, it's not about me even. Well, it's kind of about me. It's kind of about everybody, maybe. You know, sometimes it feels like you're kind of just existing. You know, smoking your cigarettes, smoking your bong, drinking your alcohol. You know, letting time pass right by. You know, it kind of feels like it's like sand, like falling through your fingertips. You know, you don't know how much is left. And then eventually at some point there's a little bit of grain, and then, well, eventually, well, there's nothing. You know, and then you'll get distractions inside of your life. You know, you'll have things pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up. And then it kind of feels like your soul is kind of like buffering, lagging, doing something that it shouldn't be doing in the first place. So when you finally take a step back and realize what you're doing inside of life, things get different. You know what I mean? I don't like the daytime. I don't like the nighttime because I can't sleep. I don't like the daytime because I don't know what to do with myself. I don't like the afternoon because I don't know what to do with myself. I don't have any hobbies. I don't like to do anything. You know, I mean, what will I do? I mean, I'll sit down in my bed. I'll try my absolute best to get stuff done. I mean, what do I even do? I mean, seriously, what do I really do besides sit down, make a video, which is the simplest thing in the world because I don't even edit. You know, and then sometimes it feels like I don't have a purpose at all. You know, but you guys, you know, you guys that watch my videos, you guys that actually care about what I have to say, care about my life, and, well, the fact that it actually matters to you. Because unfortunately my life never mattered to me. You know, it feels like every single day I'm kind of just waiting for my own demise. It feels like every day I just get one step closer to death's door. You know, even though I'm so happy, you're so young. 20 years old, man. You have your entire life ahead of you. What on earth do you have to be afraid of? What on earth? You shouldn't be afraid of dying anytime soon. I'm not going to get hit by a bus. I'm not going to take a plane. It's not going to crash, right? Sometimes inside of my life, I feel like whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyway. Me sitting down and making this video. Brooklyn sleeping. It's going to happen anyway. You know, sometimes that's really how I feel. You know, sometimes in life, everybody, you know what? You have to be the bigger person. You know, if you've ever wanted to die, if you have ever wanted to take your own life, I'm sorry. First off, I've been there. Okay, I've never had the actual confidence to do it, or else you wouldn't see me right now. I've never cut myself or anything. I've never done anything like that. I don't have the confidence to do that. Okay, I'll say it. But I don't have the confidence. Okay, I know people, close people, around me, who do have that confidence. And it's scary. You know, because you're constantly filled with all these different thoughts and all these different things. I mean, death is weird, man. You know what I mean? I mean, someone's here one day and they're not. You know, and the thing is, age doesn't even matter anymore. You know what I mean? I've seen this one guy in my area. You know, I was going to Subway a lot when I had gift cards and stuff.
How many exorcisms have you done since that first one, would you say?
Dozens.
And what's the kind of process for exorcism? People, you know, and I, you know, we've talked about this a little bit on the show before, but what's sort of the flags? You mentioned lacking ability to control of one's body is like a very big flag, meaning that could be that
Yeah, the three
demonic
typicals
possession.
are knowledge of unknown things, sometimes foreign languages, superhuman strength, and an aversion to holy things. Those are the three like classic benchmarks. But there can be, I mean, I had one case up in Kentucky. It was a guy up in a halfway house just across the border, and I didn't even know he was dealing with demons. Somebody just called me, you know, back when I was up in Nashville. It was only like an hour drive, and they said he just wants help. He levitated off the couch while I was praying with him. So right away I'm like, not mental illness, clearly.
You saw that?
Yes.
How far off the couch was he?
1.5 feet.
Was he like sitting cross-legged, or what is that?
No.
Have you ever wondered why crossroads have been associated with making pacts with the devil? Johnny plays. Yeah. What are the origins? Where did it come from?
Your soul, you going down, all the way down.
That's what we're going to be looking into today. So let's begin. Crossroads, those intersections of roads where paths meet, have held a special place in the human imagination for centuries. They're not just about choosing your next turn. They're steeped in symbolism and mystery. Now let's talk about one of the most intriguing aspects of Crossroads legends, the association with making pacts with the devil. The idea of making pacts with supernatural beings date back to ancient folklore. Faust is a two-part dramatic work by the German writer Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, and it's often considered one of the greatest achievements in world literature. The first part, often referred to as Faust Part 1, was published in 1808, and the second part, Faust Part 2, was completed shortly before Goethe's death in 1831, and was published after his death. The story of Faust is a classical tale of a man's quest for knowledge and the price he is willing to pay for it. It centers around the character, Faust, a disillusioned scholar who is dissatisfied with his life and seeks something more profound. In his quest for knowledge, Faust makes a pact with the devil, often represented as a demon Mephistopheles, in exchange for unlimited worldly pleasures and the fulfillment of his intellectual desires. This pact sets in motion a series of events that explores the human condition, morality, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. The character of Mephistopheles, the devil, is a complex and intriguing figure. He's not the stereotypical malevolent demon, but rather a cunning, a seductive tempter who challenges Faust's moralities and values. The myth of making a pact with the devil at a crossroads for musical talent is deeply ingrained in the folklore of the American South, particularly in the world of blues music. This legend has been passed down through generations and has become an integral part of the blues tradition. The key elements of this legend typically revolve around a talented but struggling musician who feels they've hit a creative or skillful plateau. Frustrated and desperate, they venture to a lonely crossroads at the witching hour, often midnight. There they encounter a mysterious figure, sometimes described as a tall man with a guitar, who is probably none other than the devil himself. Now, in exchange for the musician's soul, the devil grants them extraordinary musical prowess. The musician returns from the crossroads with newfound abilities, becoming a virtuoso on their instrument, especially the guitar, and composing soulful and captivating songs. The cost, of course, is the eventual forfeiture of their soul. One of the most famous and enduring tales within this legend involves Robert Johnson, an iconic figure in the history of the blues. He was born in Mississippi in 1911, and his life was filled with hardship and struggle. He was an up-and-coming musician, traveling throughout the Mississippi Delta, playing at juke joints, and trying to make a name for himself. The story goes that Johnson, seeking to become a masterful guitarist and songwriter, made his pact with the devil at a crossroads in Clarksdale, Mississippi. In exchange for mastery of this instrument, the musician was willing to sell his soul to the devil. The guitarist stood at the crossroads and played his instrument until Satan arrived in the form of a black African-American male. The musician presented his instrument to the mysterious stranger, who tuned it, played some chords, and handed it back to its owner. A musical covenant had been reached, and the guitarist now possessed the ability to play any tune he desired. However, his soul belonged to Satan after this encounter.
Oh, very well.
How'd you do that?
They're very good hands.
His musical abilities seemed to undergo a supernatural transformation. His guitar playing became unbelievably proficient, and his lyrics delved into themes of love, loss, and the human condition with profound depth and emotion. Robert Johnson's recordings, such as Crossroad Blues and Hellhound on My Trail, remains influential and celebrated in the blues genre. His music has had a lasting impact on countless artists who followed in his footsteps, including rock legends like Eric Clapton and the Rolling Stones. There are many reported ways people were getting this type of thing done. In popular depictions of the crossroads, the individual seeking to make a pact with a demon typically chooses a crossroads as the location for the ritual. Crossroads are seen as liminal spaces where different paths intersect, symbolizing choices and transitions. And the encounter with the demon typically takes place at midnight. This timing is chosen for its association with the supernatural, darkness, and the unknown. A bit like the 3 a.m. witching hour in this aspect, the person may draw specific symbols, circles, or other protective marks on the ground at the crossroads. These markings serve as barriers to protect the individual from the supernatural forces they are summoning, and the individual often recites incantations or chants to summon.
Hey, 42 here. Years ago, famed country singer-songwriter and Nobel Prize winner Bob Dylan gave an unsettling interview on 60 Minutes. When asked why he was continuing to go out and perform after a 5-decade-long career, Dylan said that he had made a deal with something a long time ago, and he was simply holding up his end of the bargain. When the interviewer asked him what he had made a bargain for, Dylan said it was to get where he is now. His fame, success, accolades, and enormous musical talent. Naturally, the interviewer wanted to know who, or what, Dylan had made a bargain with. But the answer was not what he expected. Dylan said he had made a bargain with the chief of this world, this earth, and the world we cannot see. This isn't the first time Dylan has made such a revelation. Back in 2008, he commented that he had travelled to the crossroads and made a deal with something, and when he came back, he was the man he is today. This might seem strange, but in the music industry, especially the blues, there are countless
Hey there. How you doing? Are you ready to chill with Phil? I know you are. You're in the right place, baby.
Hello, and welcome to James, the Let's Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible with. Hopefully this will be a nice break for everyone from DSP for the next several days, because